Oh, this is not the way to start a Saturday morning for a lot of folks. We've been telling you about LaGuardia. A central terminal has been shut down. The central terminal there shut down. But listen to this now. There is not a flight taking off or landing at this time at LaGuardia Airport. That is the information we have now, that no flight is being allowed to land or take off. This is going to cause not just a headache for the people there, but it will reverberate across this country because that is such a hub, such a busy airport. New York's LaGuardia Airport now. You can't get in there, and if you're there, you can't get out. You need to make sure you make some adjustments this morning. This is because of a suspicious bag that they found, and now a man in custody.
Right, now we are hearing from the Port Authority this man's in custody. They're looking into his bags, but beyond that, we are starting to see some video come into CNN. In particular, I want to show you some video from an iReporter. Apparently, this iReporter came into LaGuardia about 6 a.m. and police, what did they do? They turned him right back around, said that he called the airport, got no information. So the information we're giving you now is that if you are headed on a flight out of LaGuardia this morning, definitely call ahead, because as TJ said, we're now hearing from the Port Authority that they are basically putting a hold on every single flight coming and going. What a mess. Take a look at all the people. Imagine this is your Saturday morning just sort of milling about outside of LaGuardia, not sure what's happening. We don't know how long this thing is going to continue at LaGuardia, but a lot of people just sitting and waiting with bags in hand, not sure of the next step.
You know, it is, anybody knows this airport, a lot of people do. It is one of the most delayed airports year after year in the world anyway, but this is on another level here. Again, more new video we can show you. But LaGuardia, again, this all started earlier this morning. Sounds like from one man and one bag has really caused a mess across this country today. We don't know what this man's situation is and why.
It may turn out to be nothing.
It absolutely may, and we hope it does. But the police took it seriously enough that they had to take this action. Again, this is the central terminal. There are several terminals there, but this is essentially the main one where the most airlines fly out of. It has the most gates for the airplanes to park. So this is the one that's most used. Certainly a busy airport for business travelers day in and day out. There's so many shuttles that go in and out of there from certainly a major hub, Atlanta to New York, D.C. to New York. A lot of people use this airport, business travelers, but on the weekend, you know, as well. And a lot of these people, it's summertime. They are taking vacations. This is a major airport. If you're trying to get down to the islands, if you're trying to get all over the place for vacations, you're leaving. So you know that's the situation for a lot of these people today. They are stuck here, folks. This is not just some delay. This is going to cause a problem for people all over this country today, and we'll start to see delay times at airports across the country today.
My heart goes out to them.
It does, and it is
not
just
fun.
At this point, shut down. Nothing landing, nothing taking off. We're keeping an eye on that story. We'll continue to update you, but curious to see what comes of this man and that bag.
And when it will end.
Yes. All right, keeping an eye on our breaking news and a situation in New York. That situation being the essential shutdown of New York's LaGuardia Airport, busy airport any day of the week, especially on a Saturday morning. But it shut down. This started. These are some of the pictures. You can just see how this thing is going, but had to be evacuated. The central terminal, the main terminal, because authorities found what they deemed a suspect package, and now they have a suspect in custody, a man in custody. They are checking out that bag. We have no idea what's in it, what initially sparked this, why it was suspicious in the first place. But no planes are landing. No planes are taking off right now from LaGuardia Airport. This has been going on for the past at least hour plus, hour and a half, maybe 2+ hours that we've been watching this thing. But it is essentially shut down. The terminal was evacuated.
We got a couple folks on the phone. First, want to go to Ross Levitt. He is one of our producers in CNN in New York. Ross, are you with me?
Good morning, Brooke. How you doing?
Good morning. I don't know if you are driving or if you are already at LaGuardia, but tell me where you are and what you see.
Okay, I'm standing right outside of the terminal here, and it's a scene straight out of New York City with people with bags in hands literally standing on the overpass. Some of them have been here as many as 2 hours waiting to get back into the terminal. A representative from the Port Authority recently pulled up and using a bullhorn told these people they would be back in the terminal within a half hour. Meanwhile, I've been watching employees stream back into the building, which tells me that whatever situation it was here is starting to clear up. And so we've seen a steady stream of those airport employees heading back into the main terminal here, the American Airlines terminal. And but folks who have been waiting all morning still are out in the hot sun, watching and waiting, and all with cell phones up to their ears and bags at their feet. and just waiting to get back into this terminal and get on with their trips.
Telling their loved ones to hang on. They'll be heading home late. Let me ask you, Ross, since this is live TV, I'm just going to put you on the spot and see if you have anyone next to you, any of these passengers who have been delayed that we could talk to. Want to know where they're headed, how long they've been waiting outside, what the deal is. Is there anyone around we can chat with?
Yes, I do. I have Christina right here. Christina, could you just tell us how long you've been waiting and where you're heading?
I'm heading to Cleveland Hopkins Airport. I've been waiting here since about 7 o'clock this morning.
Okay, and you've been here since 7. What time is your flight supposed to leave?
My flight is scheduled to leave at 10:15 and arrive at Chicago, and then I'm supposed to fly from Chicago to Cleveland. So.
And how long have you been out here in the hot sun?
Almost an hour and 45 minutes. It's pretty warm out here.
What's going through your mind right now?
Well, I'm pretty calm, actually, but I just kind of want to get home. My flight was delayed last night, so I just want to be home already.
Were you inside the terminal when it was evacuated?
No, I was not. I actually, the cab driver had to drop me off down the block because all the roads are closed and all the exits on the freeway are closed, so I had to walk quite a bit to get to where I'm standing right outside.
So there you have it, Brooke. Just people waiting and hoping to get back into the terminals and get on with their trip.
What a mess over this bag that who knows what may or may not be inside, and this individual who's been detained by authorities there. Ross, we appreciate it. Thank Christina for us as well. Safe travels to her. We also have another gentleman on the phone.
Yeah, and she did. Sounded like she was in good spirits. She was taking all this in stride. Let's see how Jose Ojeda is doing. From the Bronx, Jose is going. We're getting him on the line here in just a second. Another pastor, one of our iReporters as well, who's been sending us information and pictures and things this morning. But these are some of the pictures from this morning. You see that overpass there. Again, people don't have anywhere to go. They're essentially stuck at the airport. They've been dropped off, and so on and so forth. I mean, where do you go at this point? And a lot of people, they just essentially their travel day is done. It's not going to happen. A lot of them have already missed flights. And again, even once everybody is allowed to get back in, it's not like the planes are going to be back on schedule and start taking off immediately. So this is just going to be an entire mess. And like you were saying, Brooke, this is a good point, over a bag which may or may not have anything in it, may have something suspect in it, or this just could have been all a misunderstanding and just a mess that is going to mess up people's travel plans, people's vacations in some cases as well. Jose Ojeda, you telling me I have him on the line now, guys? He is on the line with me. Jose, we're looking at some of your pictures. Were you in the terminal, the central terminal, when it was evacuated initially?
Hi, TJ. I was actually on the plane when the evacuation happened. Yeah, we were all ready to go.
What word did you get? What announcement did they make to you on that plane?
They didn't make any announcement other than you need to evacuate. You know, I thought it was a standard procedure. But then once we got out of the plane, they kept pushing us back and back, out of the terminal, out of the actual airport, past the actual parking garages, and there's a whole mass of people here restless.
Oh, well, I have to ask you this question just out of curiosity here. How close were you to actually taking off? Was the door to the plane closed?
I was. We were minutes away, TJ.
Jose, hate to hear that, my man. Tell me where you are physically now and what you see around you at this point.
I'm at Terminal B at LaGuardia Airport. The police are holding us back. They have let a few people in already, but, once we get in, we still have to wait probably another few hours until they figure this whole mess out.
And, Jose, you brought up something there. We're trying to figure this out. You said they're starting to let people in. We had one report that they were just letting some employees of the airport in, but do you see them letting general population, general public back into the airport?
They let an upper tier of people go to the departing. So a few people are trickling in, but they're starting to, they're controlling the flow.
Okay.
But we're still stranded down here.
Have they made an announcement? Have you heard any announcement? We understand some bullhorns were going around, but anybody made an announcement that you heard what's happening now?
No announcement. They're not telling us anything. They said you'll find out later. We can't tell you anything.
Well, and Jose, was it fairly orderly for the most part, and them shuffling people out? I know a lot of people confused and probably angry, but for the most part, was it a fairly orderly process?
Yeah, it was pretty orderly. I mean, on my plane at least, we were issued gray boarding passes. We were told to leave our stuff on board and then come back to get it later. So, I left all my stuff there. I hope it's going to be there when I get there.
All right, and are you also being told that your plane is still going to take off?
I have no idea. Honestly, right now. I was going to Chicago.
Going to Chicago. What time was that flight supposed to take off?
It was supposed to take off at 6:10 a.m., TJ.
Oh, Jose. Oh, Jose, our hearts go out to you and all the folks at that airport. My goodness. We thank you. We appreciate you sending those pictures in. But apparently, like you said, your flight was supposed to take off at 6. So this situation apparently started before the 6 a.m. hour.
Yeah, I think the perfect word he used was restless. I mean, a lot of people just sitting and waiting and wondering. And the problem is maybe Jose's final destination is Chicago, but think of the people who are connecting. Christina was connecting. And that's just a bad domino effect for those folks.